Yes, people, welcome back to Never a Foul. Today we're talking about Tottenham Liverpool, the big Premier League clash of the weekend. Are Liverpool title contenders? Are Spurs the real deal? Let's talk football. Yes, Liverpool Spurs, the game of the weekend. Actually, to be fair, as a neutral, I'm just going to be straight up. I am looking forward to this game so much. Like, there's so many other games this weekend. Even Man United are playing, obviously, Crystal Palace. You've got Man City away to Wolves. But this is the game we're going to find out a lot about both clubs for different reasons. I think this is a real game. 5:30 as well. I think it adds something to it. Everyone's going to be watching it. You know, you've got Salah, you've got Szoboszlai, you've got Maddison, you've got Son, you've even got the defenders. Oh, I'm looking forward to discussing this one. Like and subscribe as well, people.
Yeah. How do I put this? Right. I'm trying to think of who breaks down who, and the Liverpool fans that I've spoken to off our own chat, obviously, are more inclined to talk about, you know, that their front three is better than Arsenal's front three. That's going to be the difference. But the way I'm looking at it is, it's at Tottenham. Last time out, we said historically they go to the Emirates and lose. Liverpool have battered them in like the last 12 meetings or so. If I'm correct,
Liverpool got a good record.
They got a very, very good record against Tottenham. But this is where Tottenham can really make a statement.
There's some, for example, so we were saying that Spurs normally go to Arsenal and lose, which they didn't. Do you think, in terms of like Spurs taking on Liverpool now, the confidence they're going to have from that Arsenal game will now carry on into that Liverpool game? Because like we said, the psychological side of it is Liverpool get good results at White Hart Lane. However, when you look at it now, Spurs are going to go into this game thinking, we got a result against Arsenal. Why can't we do the same against Liverpool? We're playing at home. James Maddison at the moment is potentially going to be fit for the game. I think this is perfect timing for Spurs to back up the Arsenal result, get a win at home. And even though the fans are really believing and truly believing, and rightly so, the neutrals are after last week, this can elevate that to the next step.
Yeah, but the narrative always changes like so quick. It is 6 games played?
Yeah.
6 games played. So Liverpool go to Tottenham and batter them. All of a sudden, the narrative changed back to, silly old Spurs. But if Liverpool lose, then the narrative will be, they've been great. Yeah, amazing. But the defense can't cope.
Yeah.
So this is why it's more or less that.
Set up perfectly.
Yeah. So I look at it as if Liverpool need to make this statement because they want to be seen as the big boys again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as in, we're back to our bridesmaid position to take from second spot off of Arsenal because we want to play kiss chase with Man City.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just the way I look at it. But with Tottenham, I think they got a lot to prove. I don't think there's any pressure on them to win. And probably most people are expecting Tottenham to maybe drop points. But last week changes everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the maddest thing. And I think when we touch on Liverpool, obviously we know what Spurs have been like at the start of the season. You look at it, and just coming over pre-season, he's played great football so far. You've got Basuma, who looks like a new signing back in the team, and rightly so. He's been playing in midfield, and he looks like the main guy with Maddison. And we even said, is he going to go to Arsenal and change it up? Ange went there, played his football, nearly won the game, got a good result. And actually, over the balance of 90 minutes, I actually thought Spurs are very good being the away team. So when you look at it now, they're playing a Liverpool team that we said has gone under the radar, unbeaten in 16 or 17 games. They've got their front three that are scoring goals. They're winning 3-1 most games. You've got McAllister and Szoboszlai that have fitted like a glove at the moment. But for me, even though Liverpool won 8 out of their 9 last games of the season last year, they've done well this season so far. I feel like this is their biggest test since they've been on that run. So actually, even though Liverpool are unbeaten in that, I think this is going to be a big test for Liverpool as well to prove and back up that run. Because normally, if a team's on a 17 unbeaten run, you'd be gassing it up more. Like, it goes under the radar, but because of who they've played and where they've been in the league, it's kind of like Liverpool are unbeaten in 17.
But
but if they go and beat Spurs, it's like, okay.
This is where I go back to what Daps says as well. Yeah.
Why you got a stress ball, by the way?
Because the fact
I'm just watching you play with.
Well, because they've gone 17, 18 games unbeaten.
You want it to end.
Yeah, I need it to end as a United fan. But I'm gonna go back to what Daps says last year, which sticks with me personally. It's just like, there's certain clubs that are capable of going on 10 game winning runs, 13 game winning runs, 15 unbeaten runs, etc., etc., and that adds up. Now, Arsenal proved they could have done it last year, but for not consistently enough to the point where it challenged them to the very end. Obviously, well, 93% is a bit of a different story, but there's always a blip. Liverpool, they've done it year after year
Klopp's
after
still
year.
the same manager.
You know what I mean? So now they've got a fresh new midfield. It's just the way I'm looking at it is just, it's going to be a good test, man. And I can't wait to see, who I can crash it on, because I'm not losing this weekend. Are you losing this weekend?
Do you know why I'm not losing this weekend?
Daps, are you losing this weekend? They're not losing this
Do
weekend.
you know why I know we're not losing this weekend?
Why?
Because you've been to Old Trafford and only seen us lose one game.
I'm
I'm
an unbeaten run. I'm an unbeaten run.
What's with bad energy, stay far away. So yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm going with the Cas energy. We're gonna win this weekend. But do you know what? A good topic I think we need to discuss as well is obviously James Maddison got the little injury last week, potentially going to be fit. Do you think James Maddison has a bigger influence on this game this weekend than what he did against Arsenal?
100. So we talk about the defense of Liverpool, right? And I don't look at them as a capable team with a capable DM. Their centre mids is going to be interesting to see how Szoboszlai plays up against Basuma and see that battle there. McAllister, if he's going to play in an 8 or 6, I don't know. But where Maddison operates is where, I think Liverpool got to be more brave with, because that's what's going to be the danger.
So do you think that because
100%.
Maddison's playing in that number 10 role, and at the moment they're playing McAllister there, Maddison might actually get quite a lot of success?
Well, on current form, yes. I don't see why it isn't going to be.
Natural DM?
It's not a stupid take.
Yeah.
And again, who I'm also interested in is Udogie or Udogie, however you say it, Udogie versus Salah. That's going to be the cruel test. If you can keep Salah quiet, I'm pretty sure you're going to have a chance in the game. But the only thing I've noticed about Udogie is that he's quite rash with some of his tackles. Where Salah will probably fight at him, run at him again and again and again.
Saka
didn't in the second half, and that could be a potential warning sign. Van der Ven, but this is at Spurs, man. This could be a new era for Spurs. I think, like Man United last season, because obviously I'm only gonna go talk from experience of my own club, is that we started beating the bigger teams at home.
Yeah.
Now if Spurs can, do that for themselves, then they're gonna be in another conversation, and then we're gonna have to talk about them in another light, and then. Who knows what they're going to go do in January and back up their statement there and back up Angie. This is good for Ange as well, man. Like, this is his first time coming up against Klopp, if I'm correct. Unless Celtic did play Liverpool. I'm not too sure if they did.
I don't think they have.
It's man. It's going to be a good tactical battle.
It is 100%. I think you're right there. It's set up perfectly. And I think with Maddison as well, like, with McAllister there in the number 6 role, I think McAllister slotted in great. But I feel like when he was playing up against Declan Rice in that first half, Maddison had to make the most of the moments that he had. And in that 5-10 minute spell when they equalised, he got a great assist for Son. He then robbed Jorginho in the second half. I wouldn't say Maddison was involved loads in the game against Arsenal, but when he did, what did you say last week? He made it count when he got the opportunities. I actually think against Liverpool, because they're a bit more open, we know they're winning 3-1 and they're conceding goals at the moment, I feel like he's going to get more opportunity on the ball to sort of influence the game than what he did against Arsenal. And I think that's where it's going to be interesting. Is Maddison going to be able to punish Liverpool like he did against Arsenal? But then, like you said, Udogie, Salah, there's so many individual battles here. And I think Udogie is going to be a top player. I can see already he's strong, he's quick, he can tackle. And I think even mentally, for a 21-year-old or whatever he is, 22-year-old, to get booked against Bukayo Saka in a North London derby and then not do anything rash, still come out with the ball, dribbling with it. He weren't just hoofing it up the pitch. He stayed composed. I was like, do you know what? That's actually a level of maturity. And I was actually quite shocked by that myself. So already for him, he's going up against now the best right winger in the league. You could say Saka's the second best, and you've got Salah the best 2 weeks in a row. If he has another good performance against Salah, this guy's had a serious start to his league campaign.
You know who I think again, another under the radar player who I think is going to make the difference? It's Darwin Núñez, yeah? Because when Tottenham want to play a high line, who's the last person you want to come up against and think about? It's probably Darwin Núñez.
And who's he up against? The centre-back who can do
Romero. But Van der Ven's very quick. But for me, Darwin Núñez has not got enough flowers for this season because he got the bozo argument of last year. People think, he's crap. He's not going to do nothing.
How many players we know come to the Premcast and don't hit it off first season? Give them a chance.
Well, for me right now, he's an effective striker who should have more GA to his name, just so people, that the stat merchants can shut the hell up. And then I just feel like from there, he'll have some respect on his name. I think Darwin Núñez. I'm not going to look towards the Newcastle game. I think for the way Spurs press, and I think they definitely got a better midfield. Don't get me wrong, to keep the ball in that. But if Liverpool set up something similar, maybe with obviously 11 players against this Tottenham team, I think they could find a lot of joy. But I'm just interested to see the tactical side of it all with Ange. So, or Onge, whatever you want to call him. I call him Angie. But and he's a likable guy, to be fair. You can't hate Tottenham. It's like when Klopp first come to the Premier League, he was a likable guy. As much as I want to hate them, it was likable. Now he's a bit of a prat, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, Ange actually speaks really well. I think he's honest in his interviews as
Copy
well.
pet mine.
And I think the way even like he's covered
shrimps on the barbecue in that.
shrimps on the barbecue. But
On the barbie.
but I do think Ange's got like a lot of respect from the neutral fans already as well. I think the way he's come in, spoke, he's played his football, he's made a difference to Tottenham. And I think one big thing as well about Tottenham fans, I work with a couple, they're like buzzing to go to games again. They're feeling like even if we lose games, we're going there, we're playing better football. It's like what we said with Ten Hag. The first thing we wanted him to do was play better football, and the results will come. But you want to go there looking forward to what your team are going to play. And that's what Spurs can do right now. And, you know, when you look at Jurgen Klopp, Ange, Klopp has got experience in the Premier League of these big games. He has won these big games. He has got a good record against Spurs. What do you see Klopp doing in terms of his team, the way he sets up? Do you think he's going to change anything? I think front three should be Diaz, Salah and Núñez. I think Núñez should be holding down the number 9 role at the moment. And then obviously McAllister and Szoboszlai. But my question for you is, away from home, do you think Endo gets a rare start? No. Keep Curtis Jones
I'm keeping Curtis Jones there. Another undervalued player right now is Curtis Jones. Not the prettiest in the eye, but he knows how to execute what Klopp wants. So I know I'm singing a lot of praises for Liverpool, but it's true right now. You can't hate on them. They're doing bits. I wish my club were doing bits. We're only about to hopefully go on some sort of run. But you know what? You know, we talk about Spurs and what they got going on. We can only point to one player, which is Maddison. Do you think Son could be something different? Because his movement in the box is, if you see those 2 goals, excellent.
Yeah,
especially the first goal.
Yeah,
he could be a bit of a threat. Where this is where I feel this is Liverpool's weakness is box movement and players getting in and around. And this is where Van Dijk probably needs to step up.
Van Dijk. I'm not going to get on to him and say he's been poor. He's been good, but his mobility and that sort of that aura is not the same anymore. And do you know what? As much as we say about Darwin Núñez, who I think will be a big threat on Saturday, I think Son is the same. One thing Son is great at, and I will always give him his flowers for, Son is a clinical finisher. You put Son in front of goal, left foot, right foot, 9 times out of 10 he is scoring. You don't put him on the wing and expect him to dribble past 5 players. He's not that type of player, but he is the guy that's got the right movement. He's got pace, you know, finishes well, and he is going to be a threat as well. And I think what he likes as well, Heung-min Son at the moment, is he's got a player in James Maddison that he knows can find him. When you're playing in the midfield where you're making the right runs, but you're not getting the ball, it's a bit, you know, a bit like Nicholas Jackson's at times. I know he's had chances, but, you know, he didn't have chances or, like, get his goal till Cole Palmer went there, who can find him. When you've got Maddison, you know you're going to be found. And I think Son is going to be a threat. And I actually think at the moment, Spurs are more of a team. I'm not dissing Harry Kane. I think Harry Kane was a phenomenal player. The goals speak for itself. But at the moment, Spurs have become more of a package.
It's a team that doesn't rely on Harry Kane.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. 5:30 Saturday UK time. Can Tottenham cope? Can Liverpool make a statement? It's all questions.
The first goal, do you know what, in big games they normally say,
no, actually like as well,
first goal matter? Do you think it matters in this game?
I don't think it matters. I think this could be a high scoring. You know what? There's another player I haven't mentioned from Spurs that I think maybe not as many people have mentioned. Pedro Porro.
Yeah.
No, guy that comes from City, like, you know what I mean? He knows how to play football and he's executing the inside forward. You know, actually inverted and when he makes a run for Kulusevski, I think he's a great link-up play. He's actually improved defensively for me as well.
Yeah,
like,
he has. And he's playing that.
Tough little guy, man.
It'll be interesting. I know we're going to do it now, but a combined 11 of Spurs and Liverpool would be quite an interesting one.
Let's do one now then.
Yeah. Let's look here.
All right, goalkeeper this season.
Yeah, I'll go with Alisson. The consistency, I think he's one of the best in the world.
Well, I don't know why I had to think about that.
Do you know what? Left back.
No, don't do that.
He knew what I was going to say.
Don't do that.
I was going to say Destiny's Child, isn't it?
Yeah, Destiny, man.
Are you going?
I'm going. Yeah. I thought you were gonna do one of them things again where he's gonna say, "Oh, it's a bit of a headache in that." No, it's straight Destiny.
Yep, I'm going. So Alisson, we're going Destiny left back.
I'm going
centre back. Should we go?
You know what? Because of, I know this is gonna sound harsh on Liverpool a little bit, but
I've got to have Van Dijk in there.
I don't know, you know. I'm going to put Joel Matip. When Van Dijk's gone and Matip has come in, he has performed. He has been very, very
But
good.
that was a year and a half ago. I
No,
feel.
but you're thinking of the quality of the player over the season. Right now, as it stands.
So, all right, let me flip it to you. If you said Joel Matip right now in your combined 11,
Yeah.
if we asked Liverpool fans, who would you rather start on Saturday, Van Dijk or Matip? They're not
Nah,
saying
but
Matip.
I'm thinking of Van Dijk's been away for 2 games and who has stepped up to the plate a little bit. I think Matip deserves that. You know,
So you're
because
having Matip in yours?
right currently, as I'm going off for form, not overall
Okay.
ability. Right now, I'm having Van der Ven and I'm having Joel Matip in a back four.
Okay,
back line.
I'm going to have Van der Ven and Van Dijk. I'm going to have the Vans.
All right, the
Double
Dutch.
Vans. Yeah,
Yeah,
the Dutch connection there.
There's a reason why the
Right
Dutch
back.
defense is garbage. I can't lie.
Well,
I
Trent's
don't,
not there,
Trent's
is he?
been not there. It's always Joe Gomez over there. You're gonna have to give it Pedro Porro.
Yeah,
isn't
Pedro Porro. So Pedro Porro, Van der Ven for me, and Van Dijk for Cass. Is
Let
Van
us know
Dijk.
in the comments.
Yeah.
Who would you have, Van Dijk or Joel Matip?
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
And then we've got Destiny
Or
Adoji.
yeah,
left
I'll give
back.
us your 11s as well.
Yeah. Midfield number 6.
Basuma.
Basuma, no brainer, one of the best in the league. That performance against Arsenal was second half done. So Basuma,
Yeah.
Basuma gets one of the positions.
Sabozo.
Sabozo,
Easy decision.
yep, and
Madison.
It's done. Yeah, that is the midfield.
And
yeah.
then
Basuma,
the
Sabozo.
front 3,
I'm going to go
Salah,
Mo
obviously.
Salah, of course.
Just put them all in there, man. Salah, Diaz, Nunes.
Oh, you're going Diaz over Son.
Look, Son's had 2 good games, yeah, where he scored against Burnley and he scored against Arsenal.
Mm.
Overall, for me, Nunes impacted against Nuke. He's impacted every single game for me. So I'm putting
Could I
Nunes.
throw a dilemma in there then? If you're saying Diaz over Son on your left wing, would you go Salah, Diaz, Son instead of Nunes up top?
Nah. Liverpool front 3. They score 3 goals every single game.
Fair. I'm not going to.
I'm not saying they have, but I think that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Salah.
And manager, I'll give it to Ange.
Okay. Yeah, so I like Diaz as well. I do like Luis Diaz. I think him and Son, I think that's a 50-50 one in the comments. Let us know. But Salah definitely, and I think Nunes, he's the more natural striker out of everyone. So yeah, I think that was an interesting little segment
Come
there.
from
Yeah.
Benfica to the small Reds. You know what I'm saying?
Small Reds. Yeah, you're right there. You're right there. That is our combined 11. Let us know in the comments what your combined 11 is. I think that's a very, very good one up for debate right now. We're going to wrap it up with our score predictions. I'm going to go for Desmond. I'm going to go 2-2 again.
Yeah. I'm going 2-2 as well, you know.
There you go.
I think so, yeah.
There we go. We're going to scream for goals at lane. Daps, are you going to quickly scream as a score prediction?
3-1 Liverpool.
There you go. He's going for 5.
That's what
3-1
It's what they're
Liverpool.
doing,
You know,
it's what
it's
they do. How can we say
Yeah.
2-2?
First
Yeah.
of all, they go 1-0 down.
And they come back. There you go.
Yeah,
You heard
yeah,
it from
yeah.
Daps himself. Guys, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe for more content. I hope you're loving the new setup and the shows. If you want to become a member, it's down below. Gold and silver tier. We're going to be back with more very soon. And guys, big up.